Hello, it's Elena Strombo from SodaTutorials.com. Elena's my in-game name. I want to talk a little about crafting today and just a little thing about the tables in general. I'll get into some more specific videos about the different individual tables and stuff. I live in Bay Lunier. It's a player-owned town, and there's a crafting area. This is where you come in. There's a crafting area here. Now over there, way in the distance, there's a little castle-y place. That's actually my townhome. And I have a full set of tables that are down in the basement and have stuff there. So one of the questions we ask is, well, that's great, you have this here. I assume that's if you don't have one in the house and you can come here and do that. You can use the tables here. That is true, you can, but there's another reason why I'd come to here. All the tables here, when you see crafting tables, some of these crafting tables are going to have these little flags. And you'll see if you mouse over, it's going to say Benefactor, Expert Blacksmithing Station, or Milling Station. Expert level. These expert tables, which are the guy who owns the town here, put these all in here, basically give you +5 on the skills. So if you're using the cooking station, you get +5 in your cooking because you're using an expert table. So this is better than just a normal table you could buy at one of the vendors out here and put in your home. Now, as these sell for cash. If you can buy these from people for about 45 bucks a piece. I'm not going to go out and buy for $450 in every table. But I am starting to add in a table into my house on somebody's lot. I use a lot of blacksmithing and carpentry. Right now, I actually have one of these tables in my house. The rest of them are all normal. I probably will get this one upgraded to one of these and have that in my house. So if I'm looking for something where I need more skill, I'm trying to work on masterwork, I need to have that high level of skill, I will come out here and use these tables here and take advantage of that bonus. It's free to use, it works just like the ones in the house. The one hard part about using an area like this, if you say, well, I'm going to do all my crafting here. If you've seen the other videos before, every one of my crafting station has a trunk in the air above it. It's got all my stuff like creosote, wax, coal, wood, copper ingots, ore, all the things that are associated with all these tables. So when I go to work on something, like I've got a bunch of animal hides and I want to tan them, well, I need to use the table. I need to use the tanning table. I also need to have curing salt, things that I just normally don't carry on me. So it's more convenient to have all that stuff strewn around my tables, go to the tables, do that there in my house, than it is to come out here and have to lug out all those luggables or those consumables out with it. Not to mention, if I'm tanning, literally I'll be tanning like 500 animal hides that I've collected over a period of time. It's heavy to carry around. So this is great for the odds and end jobs. Like right now I'm salvaging things. I want that extra bump on salvaging, so I'll go to this table here, this carpentry one, to do that. Maybe that increases my chance of getting a pattern there or not. But if I'm just doing normal stuff, that's why I go ahead and do it in my house. Where can you get these? I believe there's, in some towns, like when we have a crafting merchant, there is, let's do search on the word station. Is it in this one? Oh, it's not the crafting merchant. It's the decoration merchant. I remember. There it is. Here's Gina, our decorations merchant on here. So let me filter on station. Here are all the stations themselves, and they sell for $5,000. That's not an inexpensive. That's not a really bad price. I mean, think of it as just a decoration, a house decoration. So if you do cooking or carpentry or tailoring, go ahead and buy up a station and put it on your property, outside, inside, your basement, wherever else. So I definitely think having them in the house makes things a lot more convenient. So that was good. But having access to expert stations just makes it a little bit better when you're trying to work on some really high-end stuff. And it doesn't matter, even if you're like you're 105 in blacksmithing, doing something at 110, your chances of not failing is just a lot better. So that's it. If we talk about these, I kind of will go circle. It's easy to go circle around on the tables out here. There are a couple odds and ends. This one you won't find in general. This is one that gave out to some of the backers. It's a magical printing press. So for duplicating books and pages and stuff, you could use this. Think of it as actually a printing press. Tanning station, lots of dyes. We make your dyes where you take animal hides, turn them into leathers. Leathers you're going to use in probably more on the tailoring table. This is the actual your textile station. So taking raw cotton, things like that, turning it into thread or into yards of fabric, which will eventually be used on the tailoring station, which is things that are tailoring related, clothes, leather armor, stuff like that. Alchemy, potions, potions at site, recall scrolls. This is where you do enchanting of weapons and armor. Enchanting, once again, is where you take something and you enchant it. It'll increase a skill that you have, like, so you can enchant a weapon to give you +2 intelligence. So that's what the alchemy stations are primarily used for. This is your carpentry station, making wood stuff, bows, furniture, whatnot. This is your blacksmithing station, armor, weapons, metal, things that's out there. These are crafting, while these two feed it. This is the milling station. This is where you take raw wood and turn it into timber, into boards to use in the carpentry station. The smelting station, where you primarily think of it as taking ores and making ingots out of it, which will once again feed the blacksmithing table. But there's actually a lot of other stuff in the smelting station. A lot of stonework, the granite, the masonry. I have tons of recipes. I always buy recipes all over the place. So all these decorations, like this archaic boy statue now, or an angled ionic column, gravestone, ankhs, clay pipes, stone walls. So a lot of stuff that you think about with stone or masonry, you do on the smelting table as well. So it's not just for smelting. So this is kind of a little unknown with that one. Cooking, where you cook stuff. This is the crafting. The butchery is where you take your stuff you collect out in the wild and you turn it into meat. So you would take, if you kill a deer or a cow, is where you take one bovine, a carcass, and turn it actually into meat, and then the meats are used at the cooking table to make food and make your different stuff. So this is a refining table. This is actually the crafting table. That's your main set of tables. That's the 8 of them. I think it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them. It's 10 tables plus the printing press. So 11. That's it. So I mean, that's your basic tools for the crafting system. As I said, when I go to make some videos on the specific tables, I'll talk about the specific fuels and the specific things that you have to bring to the table. Like, I know for smelting ore into ingots, you need to have coal. So coal's in my trunk that's above my smelting tables. Lots of coal, because that's a fuel that I use for maybe stone chisels for the masonry work. So I'll do some extra videos on the crafting. I just want to give you the general flavor of that. Questions, put it in the comments on the video. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do subscribe if you find the channel interesting and stuff you want to follow on. Once again, it's Elena Strombo from SodaTutorials.com. Take care. Have a good one.